in the stream world. Yeah, so today's WAV Wednesday. And essentially I am going to be walking you through how to do a track from ground zero. I'll try to use as much kind of stock Ableton stuff as possible. At least I have Ableton Live Suite 10.0, so if you have that, I'll try to stay in this section here, which is all internal Ableton stuff. And basically, yeah, we're going to try to make a track. Who knows where we'll go. It's just about kind of trying to write some music and come up with some different ideas and lay some different things down. So yeah, and then yeah, I'm trying to do this every 2 to 3. WAV Wednesday, I'm calling it, and it's just kind of about writing music and basically not focusing on mixing, mastering, or finalizing or composition, but really just getting some cool ideas down there so that potentially maybe you can mold it into a song later. And also just having one day out of the week where you kind of get super creative and stop working on whatever project you're working on and just kind of work on this. For our background visual, if you're curious, this was made yesterday for our Touch Designer Tuesday. So I showed you how, over an hour stream, we made a couple different sketches. We made this one with the cubes and the rainbows, as requested by one of the viewers. We did rainbow, which turned out to be a great call. And this one looks kind of cool and retro, but I ended up actually even liking this one a little more. But both of them were made on yesterday's stream, so Touch Designer Tuesday. So if you want to tune in next Tuesday, we'll be working on doing some audio reactive stuff. So getting our music to maybe move to this, maybe have colors appear with certain frequency drum hits, things like that. So yeah, but this is WAV Wednesday. That's what we're going to be working on. I've loaded up Ableton. We got nothing but one audio track. As you can see, not much there. It all depends on really how you want to start. A lot of times I'll kind of maybe think BPM. So let's just do, I haven't really done one in the 90s in a while. So we'll set the BPM to 91. But something I can't stress enough is that might change. You might realize whatever you're working on sounds too fast or too slow or whatever. So I would just say when you start with a BPM, don't always finish with that same BPM. You can mess with the BPM and it'll drastically change how it's going to sound. So definitely play around with that. I've got a bunch of kits in here. I was messing around with this kit earlier. It's kind of fun. It's kind of more an R&B kick. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of, we messed with that one before. You can always even make your own kit. I like to get a good start with something though. That's kind of funky. Let's put that in there. And sometimes I'll do this too, where I'll load in a couple different. So I'm just kind of surfing these different kits in here. I've got a lot of classic ones too. These kitifieds are okay, but they're not that good. It's kind of interesting. I could probably do something with that too. We can leave this in here if you want, but you can always make a new audio track later on if that's what you're trying to do. And so let's start with this one. I did Control-Shift-M to create a new MIDI track. And basically pulling that into my other side, you tab to switch between arrangement and session view. So now I'm in what's called arrangement view. And yeah, that's a nice kick. So now we're in our little drum creator thing. I'm gonna start with a 4-bar beat. So we'll extend this out. You can see we'll start with just a loop. This is just an example of how you might start working on something. So yeah, you might take something like that as your kind of starter, and then maybe have a couple times where it skips. And instead of doing that, maybe it does like a and we want to get some hats in here too. So maybe you want to change, so you can right click on here and that'll give you your note values. Maybe you just want quarter note hats. And so what I want to do is go like that. Then if I bring this up, this thing down here, that kind of tells the velocity of the notes. So I might select these and then go in and draw it kind of. So I'm going up and down to give it a kind of throws the hats a little bit funkier. So this has got all kinds of melody stuff. I don't think we're going to use any of that. One thing too, and maybe I won't do this just yet. Maybe we'll load it in instrument. But I think we got a pretty good like initial beat. Like I like the funk on this. You can always mess with the groove later. So maybe I want how do I this one up? Yeah, I'm looking for this particular thing. So I'm going to load this over here as a MIDI file, MIDI instrument, excuse me. And then another thing too, and this is a little bit of cheating, but that's kind of what happens when you're using software. So maybe I want to go into my MIDI effects in here and set it to a certain, I can set it to a certain scale. I can even create chords. So maybe I want to do this, a 5th chord. So now when I hit just one key, it'll play a chord for that root note. Of course, it's got to be on. So yeah, we could use that. Another trick, if you're not very good, so I believe I'm like, the closest I'm playing is 8th notes. So I'm just turning that on for quantization. So it's automatically gonna nudge my notes to the closest 8th note. Okay, I think I got this. We want to turn, yeah, everything's on right. Okay, did not get my first note, but that is that note, so we can just draw that in. Not crazy of how this turned out, but we could try moving the notes, so maybe we go up. Maybe if I couple it with, like, let's look up the sub here. I think it's just a hip hop sub bass. Copy this. Now I'm going to use a auto filter to pass this, so it's just sub. And then I'm going to take out the low out of this. There we go. Kind of more what I was thinking. Heavy Herbie chords. that's why I'm kind of limiting some of this. You can see we're peaking over here. So let's see what they got. Out to part 2. So this is maybe sometimes how I might do things. So maybe we'll have this chord come in and hit. We double up on that. Now something that I haven't done yet because I was waiting for the opportunity. Well, first I really like this, so I'm just going to join this audio. There's no reason to keep it all. So to do that, you just hit Control J. It'll join it all together. So it's a nice. Shouts out Exo Drip. Uh-oh. Might have peaked a little bit there. That's okay. Another thing you can always do, especially if you're writing, you can just throw a limiter on there. And that way you won't, it'll kind of keep a ceiling for you. But when you go to mix or master, you're gonna want to take that off and try to get it as loud as possible without any limiter on. And then you can put the limiter on later. It's kind of a weird process. So you want to make it sound as loud as possible with no effects on it. That's kind of mixing, and then mastering is where you go on to your master chain and just rock out. So we still want to write a bridge to this. So what I'll do for this is maybe I'll just take, so we haven't really done much with that note. So maybe I'll use this to just jump it off. And then we're going to want to switch speed up too. So let's duplicate this over. And I like to just start fresh, completely fresh. And for this, it's going to be a little shorter, so because it's a shorter part. It's not going to be that long. It's actually only going to be like this long. Because it's just a break in between this, and then it'll go into the chorus, or however you want to write your song, basically. So maybe I wanted to go, change the pitch of it. I like to use thirds, so maybe, and then maybe 2 of these that are fifths. One long one. That might sound kind of cool. And then maybe we'll write a second part that's like kind of the opposite. And it'll just be a whole one. And then for the beat, I don't know why it's, oh, I'm soloed, so I gotta get off solo mode there. I want to do so yeah, I'm just kind of laying out the basics. So yeah, like there we go. And maybe you'll give them something with this as well, so I'll go in and kind of rewrite that. I like the first part. I'm not sure I like the second part as much, so I'll try to mess with that. Maybe I want this to hit like, yeah, I guess I don't want to switch it up. Same thing, I'll Apple Jakes. I like that. Now it's one whole loop. You can loop it, do whatever you want with it. And yeah, that's now our first and second part, so we can hear it all together. Save. Woo! Hope everyone's doing well wherever they're at. Yo, Mendenhall, shouts out. That is the old homie. Still the homie. I love it though. Got the chat working here. So I almost wrote this bridge part here on accident. So basically, I'm realizing now, and a lot of times I'll do this. This I need to duplicate out. And then before this comes in, and this is kind of more arrangement, but this is what will happen. I'll just start making the track. Basically, I'm going to move everything. So this whole section here, we're going to slide it over. We're going to move this into here. And this will be the part that you hear right before it goes into your main chorus. And this is kind of the basic, I forget what they call it. I think it's I don't know. Someone who knows music knows better than me, but basically verse, bridge, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus. And then sometimes the chorus repeats at the end. If you have a really catchy song. Another thing I'll do is I'll zoom in on this part right in here. So basically now I'm trying to see what I might want to do in here. If I want to do some, like, you could do some cool, like, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what I might. Maybe just leave it. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Maybe we'll drop it out here. We're kind of getting a little into arrangement, but let's take it from the top. And again, I shouldn't be doing this, but this is just the nature of how I do it. So we're just going to start with the chords. Our little bridge. Could try something here as an idea. Now, this is our chorus. The catchy stuff. Probably have to work on this transition right here. Maybe no drums for this last bar. I might start like naming some of this stuff. So this is like, it's really just a kick. You can hear it's not much, but it does sound really cool, so I want to keep it in. Trying to get them all on the same page here. just to make sure it's all the same loop. So that's kind of like a percussion extra, so I might color that yellow. That's just how my thought process is. We'll call this perk extra. Oops. Perk extra. And then this thing over here, this is like the main beat. So this is the one that's like, and I usually do all those green, which it already is. And then this, I'll do pink. It's kind of like the melody, the soft melody stuff. This is definitely missing bass too. So we gotta add bass. So what I'll do is I'll go in here to MIDI effects, tuner, audio effects. I'm gonna put it on this. Hopefully it can figure it out. B flat. So that at least gave me one note, so I'll start to try to write my bass around that. Let's grab that hip hop sub that we were using. Yeah, I like that one best. So sometimes it's easier to write the bass at a higher octave range. But yeah, let's try to get something down. Yeah, I don't know. I might try to cheat it because I don't think I'm playing the right scale. So I'll go in and I'll find minor. I'll type in flat. So it's just a minor. So instead of C minor, I want to do B minor. So I think that's all the way over there. Okay. So hopefully this puts me in the key that I need to be in. We'll find out. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose them. Still needs a bass though. So I can't really give up on that, but I wasn't able to. Sometimes I'll just try to grab some 808. That did it. There's the initial. I'm just trying to see if this is in that key. I don't know, that kind of sounded in key, but not really. Something tells me it's not B, whatever it says it is. Okay. Well, that's some of that's making sense. See, that's out of tune, and that's a B. I'm like, even if I put this in, I did kind of like that last part, but So I think I can pull this off. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to find my notes. No, not note, scale. Put it in C minor. Move this to A sharp. There we go. So this was the mistake. I was in B major. I needed to be in B flat. Oh yeah, I think this might have fixed our issue. All right, that sounded way better. So that was our mistake. You know, sometimes it's like part of it is figuring that out. But thanks for bearing with me there. And then basically what I would do here is I'm going to freeze that and then flatten it. And there was some cool stuff at the beginning. I'll go back because I want to see the notes in here. The madness that is the notes. I think I wanted this to be a little bit of a higher note. Kind of moving notes around where I hear it. Well, my delay. here, like. Too high, that note, but that was kind of what I'm going for. Let me delay my audio here a little bit more. So tough getting the streaming delay stuff together. So that's with 100 milliseconds. Hopefully that's a little better. I can always crank it more, but this note here is the note that I want to go down. Maybe just oh, I see. It's too close. I want it to be here. So this is where it gets kind of wonky, but I like what got done in here. This could almost no, it needs to be maybe lower. So this is the painful process of trying to write a track. And this is where it kind of gets off the rails. But I do like this first part. Ow. So cool how much stuff you can do with MIDI and whatnot, though. But yeah, I like it up until it gets to that second part here. So what I might do is just duplicate this, delete this, and turn this off for now. And then, because I do kind of want to just focus on this. Okay, so this one, another cool thing you can do is I can fold this down so there's not quite as many. So I can see, these are the, when you hit fold, it only shows you notes that are active in this particular track. I don't think there's going to be a middle note in there, but let's just see. It is supposed to be up here. think we need these parts. Actually, now I'm thinking I might want to just get this, Control C, and just paste that. Get rid of this, and just do it right there. And just move it onto notes. Sometimes you'll do that, you'll just pull pieces too. And so for this part, we might tune back and just do, well, we'll leave this, but we might, how do I say it? Let's grab this, make a new MIDI track, because I think I just want a note hold here, so like, oh, no. Four bars here. Maybe do I want to? Oops. Undo that. Maybe I want them to be these like shorter notes. I don't know. So for this one, trying to. Yeah, so that's always a rough part. Well, I'm pretty proud of where we got today. I mean, it's never going to be easy to work on a track from scratch in an hour, but another thing I might do is real quick just so what I'm going to do here All right. We didn't finish writing the bass, but we were on the cusp. I do like the little bit that we got laid down. Alright, well, I'm pretty stoked with where this went. I'm definitely happy. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually going to be, go into my bag of tricks here. It is Thursday Mixdown. So basically, what I'll do is start to get into more mixing and mastering and composition stuff. Although I did a lot of composition today, I feel like on the Thursdays I'm going to dive a lot deeper into that. So tomorrow 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/party_on_Mars with a Z. That's what it is. We're building it up here. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. Shout out Exo Drip. Shout out Bullet Tooth. Love it. Big ups. Hopefully my audio is not too delayed. This whole streaming thing, figuring everything out is like impossible. But yeah, I feel like we had a nice little session. We're still not quite there yet. Something like anyway, I'll come back to it at a later date. Usually an hour is a good amount of time to work on a track anyway. But again, thanks so much for tuning in. Another great session. Like I said, I like where we got with this one. So WAV Wednesday, you'll probably see this at one point or another get put out on the social media or somewhere. So know that you watched get created from scratch. So thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I'm back tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time. We talking more mixing and mastering. Like I said, shout out Exo Drip, shout out Bullet Tooth, shout out everybody who tuned in. We're doing this. I really appreciate it, and it's a lot of fun getting on the streaming bandwagon. So see you tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time. Peace.